marks the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
We've got triples and a high.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Ladies and gentlemen, Curator Brooks Peck.
Diftor Hesmusma. Jolan Tru. Nuch Nech. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Greetings. So 50 years ago, this country was in many ways racked with division. The civil rights struggle brought us bombings and murders and riots. More and more troops were heading to Indochina, and a growing anti-war movement at home was creating dissension. Meanwhile, the superpowers were both building up their nuclear arsenals. Yet at the same time, the space race was picking up, and every month there were new milestones of longer journeys and greater accomplishments in space. So it was like, on the one hand, up in space, the future looked really bright. But down on the ground, many people believed there might not be any future at all. Now, Gene Roddenberry, he didn't see this as a paradox, but he took these things as ingredients for a story that looked to the future, but was very much about today. In Star Trek, he told stories that confronted the problems of his day, but through a science fiction lens. And that way could kind of show them at a bit of remove and honestly get them past the censors at the time. Star Trek showed us an optimistic future where war, poverty, and want had all been overcome, and humanity had joined together in this great endeavor to explore space. And it is that future and those ideas that have inspired generations of people to become astronauts and to explore space, to become scientists, to become doctors, or to make music about Star Trek, or to make fine art, or write books, or dress in costumes, or make roquette pie. Star Trek pervades our culture now, and this exhibition both celebrates Star Trek and also explores how that came to be through those themes and through those ideas. Now, before I get to the good stuff, I'd like to thank a few folks. I'd like to thank our partner, CBS, for working with us on this exhibition. Thank you very much. Can we have a round of applause for them? I would like to thank our exhibit sponsor, Centurylink, also our exhibit sponsors. Oh, there you are. They're drunk already. Also, our exhibit sponsors, the Seattle Office of Arts and Culture and Wells Fargo. Thank you very much. Yeah. I very much want to thank all the folks who loaned objects for us to display in this exhibition, and give a real shout out to Adam and Leslie Schneider. Thank you. I want to thank the many people who agreed to be interviewed for this exhibition, and you can hear clips from those interviews up on the mezzanine in the exhibition. And finally, we could not do this without the entire EMP team, especially collections, exhibitions, but really everyone here makes it possible. Thank you. Now it is my great, great pleasure to once again welcome to the stage Denise Crosby and Brent Spiner.
This is amazing. I am
look at this.
so happy you guys are here tonight. And what a turnout. This is fantastic.
Really?
Seattle, yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this going. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, not our generation, honey. The next generation. Okay, we can still rock. Come on. We look pretty good, right?
what? I have to
We're
say-
100 and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was looking at those clips they were showing, and we have not changed
we
a
have
day.
not.
It's like freaky.
Give me my uniform right now. I'll put
Yeah.
it on. I can fit in that thing.
Mine is
girdle.
hanging downstairs. I could go get it. Yeah.
Exactly. Now,
Well,
this is-
welcome. Welcome.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Brooks.
joining us tonight. We're really glad to have you here.
Are you related to Gregory Peck by any chance?
Not that I know of. Sorry.
I can do Gregory Peck. If I scout. No, okay.
You walked right into that.
Yeah,
Brooks.
You
yeah.
did.
I see I'm getting it one
Had to be
question.
named Peck, didn't you? Okay. Scout, Jim. Okay.
You see what I had to put up with? Now you're getting a glimpse.
I'd like to ask you all a couple questions. And to start off, since we're looking at how the characters really drive the stories in Star Trek, I'd like to hear from you about your characters and what you think the sort of core essence of your characters were. Who were they?
Who were they? You tell me. I didn't watch the show. Well, you know, I think basically, speaking for myself, or should I tell them who you are?
Yes, please do.
She was new, she was now, she was pop, she was what's happening.
Woo! I love it. Data.
And I, on the other hand, do you remember the multiple techniques?
Oh, honey, I
think you
do.
did. Yeah.
I'll never forget that episode. Fully functional.
Three
2 words.
speeds.
3 speeds.
Ree, ree, ree. Yeah, that was, yeah.
Every girl should have one.
And some do.
And they do. You started it, baby.
Yeah. Was that your question, by the way? Yeah.
I was going to get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we went
Okay.
there.
Well, you were, weren't you? But you know, Data was a blank canvas. He started as, you know, the proverbial blank canvas, and I, as an actor, it was a really good job because I got to paint on that canvas and kind of fill it in. And I remember we had a director. The guy said to me, "You are going to be so unhappy doing this show. You are just going to be miserable because you don't have any emotion. There's nothing you can play. You just are a blank." And I thought, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's a small canvas, but I get to paint every corner of it. And
of course, you met Tasha Yar.
and I met Tasha Yar. And the rest, ladies and gentlemen, is history. But so it wasn't complicated. He was, you know, I mean, Gene Roddenberry initially said, you know, he's Pinocchio. He's the little boy who wants to grow up and be a man. And just wanted to, you know, the idea that I got to experience the whole gamut of human experience made it a great part to play.
Thank you.
Yep.
Denise,
Absolutely.
how about you? What do you think?
It's so wonderful you say Pinocchio. You mentioned Pinocchio because in The Naked Now, which we're talking about,
Apparently constantly talking about it.
Well, I mean, and I constantly talk about it, you know, because it was the highlight of my acting career. Among
other things.
Well, you know, but you were. I would look at you in that scene, and I couldn't really look at you because I would laugh hysterically. But you were playing Pinocchio. In my mind, you were Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was. I was just this,
Hot.
ravishing,
Very-
I Dream of
Yeah.
Genie-esque,
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know whose idea that was to
Well,
dress
Bill
you.
Tice.
Bill Tice.
Bill
yeah.
Tice,
Who was
you
our
know.
costume designer.
This was an extraordinary, outfit that was glued on.
Tell us more about this outfit, Denise.
Well, Bill.
Bill. Okay, so Bill Tice was our costume designer for The Next Generation, who had also
Done the original.
done the original series. So Gene, had Gene Roddenberry had a loyalty to certain people and employed a number of them from the original series. So he was a very interesting character. So this is 1986, 87. We're doing this, and he had done the 60s version of the classic Trek, and he still had sort of like, I almost feel like there were costume ideas that he didn't get to do back then that he was finally said, okay, I can do it now. Because this outfit was like crazy. It was like, oh my God, I look at the pictures now and I go, really? What? And I had to walk on the set, which was all male, by the way, the entire crew, with a bathrobe on over this. And, I got to take the bathrobe off now because I got to go to work. And I take the bathrobe off. And the whole crew is like, boing, boing, boing. And Brent is, we always supported each other as actors. We always had each other's back. And he was just, oh yeah, okay, I know how to play this scene. Let's go, baby.
I just remember in my head thinking, ding, ding, ding,
I
ding,
know,
ding,
that-
ding, ding.
It was totally...
It was I Dream of Jeannie,
my
wasn't
best I Dream of Jeannie, which I had grown up watching, so I totally knew how to play the role,
it? I think Bill Tice did I Dream of Jeannie,
I-
too.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hi.
So you both
New
played.
Trekkies.
Yeah, brand new. You both played very iconic characters in Next Generation, and obviously, these people agree. Yeah.
This crowd. I mean, this is awesome. Yeah.
Looking at all the rest of Star Trek, though, if you couldn't have played yourself, your character, is there any character in Star Trek who you would like to have played?
Well, let me think. There was one man I always wanted to be. Ian McKellen. No. I had to do it. And hopefully he won't see this.
Denise? Anyone? Anyone at all?
Well, there was one man who I always wanted to be.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, Data.
Captain.
Hello. Thank you. I think we should push on.
No, but you know what, in honesty, if you get to play Data, really? Is there another character you would want to play?
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
It just was such a sweet part to play, and the opportunity was so vast, and the writers were so generous to me and gave me so many different things to play and do, and I haven't forgotten you over there. Don't worry. You need to see the whole face, not just the profile. Because the profile ain't so good. Okay, anyway.
So a big part of Star Trek is exploring the human condition, what it means to be human. Could you maybe, Denise, talk about how your character, her story arc, did that?
Wow. Well, Tasha Yar had an extraordinary background, of course, from a failed Earth colony, Turkana 4. Yeah, I know that.
Have you ever been there?
Are you impressed? I know that. Turkana
Very
4.
nice.
So, what I loved was that she was this, survivor. This woman who, against all odds, could, achieve the heights of her dreams from such a background, and that's always heroic to me. In real life, I mean, those are the people I root for in my personal life. Are the people who, have these incredible odds that they have to fight against and are stacked against, and they reach the greatness from that. And
Donald Trump, right?
right. The opposite of. Right. So Tasha Yar was the opposite of Donald Trump. And that's what makes her so great. She is running for the U.S. President
Tasha
of the
for
United
president.
States.
Yes.
Tasha Yar for president!
Yar and Spiner, 2016.
Our Spiner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I like
good.
it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, seriously, that, okay.
I'm serious.
That's
Yes.
all
Run.
good.
Declare.
I mean, that was inspiring to me, was that, and that gave me a foothold to play, and for an actor, that gave me great material to come from, springboard from.
Thank you. So we talked about this a little earlier, but I would like to hear from each of you why you think Star Trek is still going so strong 50 years later.
Well, you know what? I don't really. No, I'm not going to say it again. The joke only works the first time and the 10th time.
Yeah.
So maybe you could ask me 9 more times. I think again, I feel that we live in a very precarious time where everybody, and we have for a while. I mean, probably, I don't know how long, but we're always wondering if the species is going to survive. We're destroying the planet right now. We're at war with people all over the planet. And I think everybody's worried. And I think they have been for some time, whether we're going to survive and our children are going to survive and their children are going to even happen. And I think something like Star Trek gives you the hope that there will be a future, and it will be a good future, and it will be exciting, and it'll be, we'll fix some of the problems that exist right now, and we'll be more respectful of each other, and there'll be a prime directive where we don't mess with other people, and we let them live the world they want to live. And I think it speaks to that on one level, and then on another level, it's action adventure. And who doesn't like that,
And it contains a crew that you identify with, that is constant in an ever-changing environment. So you relate to, you get involved with these people. You invest in these characters, and they take you along the journey. And it talks about all these things that are on our minds daily. These issues that we're as the human race right now we're in constant conversation with, in flux with. We want to know. We're asking ourselves this. We're asking each other this, and it poses those questions, and that's the beauty of it.
Thank you very much. So I just want to mention, in case anyone has missed it, that you'll both be here tomorrow.
Yes, we
with
will.
us.
Yes,
For a
come.
good part of the day. So
Come
please
visit
come
us.
out. and
Assuming
see
you'll all
them.
be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
See. Yeah.
Well, until then, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking our guests for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just say one thing, though. Star Trek would not exist without you guys.
Here, here.
We know there is the most symbiotic relationship I have learned with fans and a TV show that is unlike anything else. It was born through Star Trek. It evolved through Star Trek and continues to do so many generations forward. So I want to thank each and every one of you.
Go ahead.
John, Cindy, Bob, Joe, Louie, Veronica, all of you, Kathy, everyone.
Exactly.
We are grateful and we are honored to be here.
Right. May I say one other thing?
Yes,
I
one
ju-
thing. Only one. Now. Right now. And
Ring.
Ring.
No. What I want to say is, there are a lot of people who love Star Trek and embrace it, and then there are other people who kind of find it silly. And in fact, it is both of those things, and it's always been both of those things. So I think the beauty of Star Trek is that it is both profound and ridiculous all at the same time. And yeah. But for those people who find it just silly, I think at this point in history, they have to look at it and go, 50 years? Half a century? There must be something going on here. And they have to take another look at it and kind of evaluate, wait a minute, why have so many people enjoyed this for so long? And what's even better about it, we were part of a giant epic, the best entertainment ever on television. I mean, it's just huge epic, and including the films, and it shows no signs of slowing down. It's going to be 100 years at some point, and Denise and I will be here looking exactly the same.
And we will. Mark our word. I want
Yeah.
you all here in 50 years
Yeah.
from now.
But
Brent and I will be here.
and we won't have
3
changed
speeds.
a day. But we have there's a new movie coming out in August, I believe. There's a new series starting on CBS. It goes on and on and on, and hopefully it'll go on forever, and I think it will.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do too.
Here, here.
I do
Ladies
too.
and gentlemen, Brent Spiner, Denise Crosby, thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Oh, maybe. Thank you all.